Hey y'all, Redneck Reads Reddit. Y'all, I'm gonna try a different sub today. Thinking maybe y'all like little tales from tech support, which ought to be great with some of the words that we're gonna be using, and me trying to pronounce them. So yeah, let's get into it and see what we can find. First one, why would anyone unplug that? Why, why Dan? Hi Dan. Tech dude here. I get called up by the athletic director saying that an away team for our upcoming football the next day will have someone here wanting to use our network to live stream the game for fans back home. Okay, kind of a pain, but I can see what we have to work with. Called the guy up and eventually got in contact with someone from the streaming service. Whitelisted a domain on the web builder and ensured a port was open for streaming over the firewall. Good enough, right? I went on to also take a picture of the switch in the press box on the football field and highlighted which ports to use if live streaming. Other ports were reserved for VLANs. So, Angry Dude shows up to live stream and he tests it out. Works great. Mission accomplished. I'm wanting to grab my kid and get some groceries, etc. Out on the road, he calls back and says nothing is working now. Okay, great. Can you reboot? He refuses. I ask him to make sure the ports are plugged in correctly, or if anything got unplugged on the switch, to which he responds, why would anyone unplug that important looking stuff? Long story short, I drive back to school and eventually reboot his streaming encoder and things work. Okay, good. Going home again. After the game, he unplugs everything, including the power strip on his way out. I had to go back in and bring my gear back up the next day, shaking my head. Too long didn't read. Guy questions why anyone would unplug important looking network equipment and then proceeds to unplug it at the end of his shift. You can't fix stupid. You just can't fix stupid. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Executive assistant says someone stole her oven. By Mr. Not Unhappy. This one happened a long time ago, but I still remember laughing pretty hard about it. Me equals me, EA equals boss's executive assistant. I used to provide support for a hedge fund. While the company had some big accounts, the office itself was pretty small, 5 people. However, given the amount of money at stake, they couldn't afford to be down for a second, and they ran into plenty of relatively minor issues on a daily basis. That's why they needed a full-time IT tech support person. When I started there, they had severely outdated machines and equipment. After the fund managers complained enough, I finally convinced the owner, I fight you to death over a nickel kind of guy, to upgrade the workstations. The fund managers' machines were updated by a certain financial slash news slash software slash data company, which may have been started by a now former mayor because we had a contract with that company. The new contract included newish machines for the fun guys. I also installed some extra memory we purchased on our own because 128 megabytes, seriously? Granted, this was Windows XP, but 128 was still just barely the recommended. And they couldn't open up more than one Excel sheet while the financial app was running. A minor purchase upgrade to 512, and the managers were pleased as could be. Along with the new fund managers machines, we ordered some workstations on the cheap for myself and the EA when the new tech was coming out. Gotta love those clearance sales. This was all done while the boss's EA was on vacation, so I had moved over her accounts, files, etc., so she would have a seamless transition when she returned, or so I thought. When she got back, she called me over and started screaming that her oven was missing. My oven is gone. Put it back. I need it. What oven? We don't even have a kitchen in the office. My oven, the one I use to warm up my lunch. I don't know what you're talking about. At this point, she started pointing at the monitor, shouting, "My oven, my oven, my oven." I remembered how my cat liked to lay on my old monitor on my computer at home, and it finally dawned on me that she was referring to her old monitor. Along with the new workstations, we got new LCD monitors, as they were finally becoming affordable. She wanted her old CRT monitor back because it generated enough heat that she'd been using it to warm up her lunch that she brought from home. I told her the old equipment was gone, but she didn't like that answer. She made such a fuss that the boss came out to see what she was screaming about. I explained the situation. He just rolled his eyes and walked off. He didn't even want to hear it. Since there was nothing to be done about her monitor, I just showed her which folders her files were in, as opposed to the file earthquake that she'd had on her previous desktop, and helped her get used to the new operating system. However, she continued to give me death stares every day until a month later, when we convinced the boss that a small microwave and a coffee maker would benefit the office and make people more productive. Oh my God. Where's my oven? We don't even have a kitchen in here. Oh. Okay, let's see here. What have we got here? Why haven't I been contacted? Sir, your email address broke our case queue. By Quantum Dredge. D-R-E-J. No idea how to pronounce that. So, Quantum, here we go. I'm on the tech support team for a software company. There's a particular bug in our software that's only affecting a handful of our clients. Specifically, clients who registered and started using the software before a certain date. And since it's only affecting about 10 people, our development team isn't really treating the issue as an all-hands-on-deck priority. Even though at least 3 of these people have threatened to cancel service if it isn't fixed soon. Because of the specific bug is making it so they can't use a pretty critical aspect of the software effectively. Decisions made higher than my pay grade, yada yada. So I grab a case from the queue as usual. It's a ranty sort of email from one of the clients who got hit with the bug. We'll call him Jeff. Claiming no one's contacted him in months and he wants a status update. And if this isn't fixed by the end of October, he's canceling. Some further digging shows that we'd sent him multiple emails about this over the past month or so, but he never replied to any of them. Sent a Slack message to one of our supervisors before I respond. Tells me to hold off a bit while he checks with the devs. Gets back to me within a few hours, gave me the go-ahead to send Jeff the standard. We're still working on it. Sorry it's taking so long. We'll get back to you when we can response. So I do that with a couple of words sprinkled in, letting him know what contact info we do have for him, and to let us know ASAP if that contact info is incorrect. Some people do have valid email addresses on file that simply haven't been updated in a while, and the emails are going to an inbox the person rarely checks anymore. Also tried to call, but the phone rang straight to a voicemail that hasn't been set up yet. I figure, duck it. One day he'll call in a rage and will have to tell me he needs to set up his voicemail like an intelligent human being. I send off my email. Keep in mind that my reply to his case was sent to the email address he'd sent the case in on. With that done, I close the case and peek back in the queue. There's 5 cases all of a sudden from this guy titled, "Stop, Please Read." Okay. It was like I hit an autoresponder. I open one up and take a look. The message is just something along the lines of, "Don't use this email. Use this one instead to contact us." Which I thought was odd at seeing the guy used his email address to contact us. But I just kind of shrugged it and went to close them all out, thinking that it was odd that there were 5 of them. But I figured that was the end of it. Click back over the queue. Now there are 10 of those "Stop, Please Read It" cases. Okay. The managers have a Slack bot that pings them whenever new cases enter the queue. As soon as I send off an email to that guy, the bot started going nuts. The cases are created almost faster than the bot can keep up with. There would be between 3 to 5 new cases in the queue every few seconds. We couldn't even get our other clients' cases for how quickly these spam cases were being populated. We eventually figured out what was happening. Basically, the guy had an autoresponder, which he knew. We have a lot of clients who leave their autoresponders on after submitting cases. God knows why. And it does create a new case in our queue. We have your standard, your case is being reviewed, autoresponder when a case is submitted. The problem here is that this guy's autoresponder is somehow creating an autoresponding cluster as it communicated with ours that I still don't fully understand, causing cases to just keep being made up and responded to. Oh my God. Oh. The sales team turned off our autoresponder, which stopped the spam so it could be cleared out. I left a Slack message in our channel letting everyone know to please check the email Jeff was emailing them in from if he comes back again. I don't know what they're going to do going forward, but I'm very tempted to just respond to those guys next. Why haven't you been contacting me? Why haven't I been contacted in inquiry with your email is cursed? Please advise. Oh, that is great. I love that. Your email is cursed. Oh, my Lord. It reminds me of that thing I seen from James Beach where he set up a thing to auto-respond to an email that was set up to auto-respond to him from a grocery store or something. I don't know, but and he forgot about it and he went back and looked and they had responded back to each other something like 53,000 times or something when he remembered it. So yeah, your email is cursed. Please advise. Yeah, I think we just figured out the title for this video. That's great. Alright, y'all. This has been Redneck Reads Reddit. If y'all are enjoying what I'm putting out, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, ding! Make sure you click on the all so you're notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, y'all drop me a comment or something. Tell me if you like this mess. I'm going to keep on keeping on. Y'all have a blessed one, and I am out of here.